More than 220,000 people have been evacuated as wildfires continue to spread across southwest France. The blazes have triggered one of the country's largest peacetime evacuation operations. Bordeaux's mayor says the advancing blaze is, quote, at the gates of the metropolitan area, about 15 kilometres from the city. More than 220,000 people have been displaced in the region alone, where thousands of personnel were deployed. The French Interior Minister has warned that the situation remains very unfavourable as hot, dry and windy conditions are complicating firefighting efforts. And for more, we're joined by William Denselow, reporting live for CNA in Bordeaux, France. Will, what's the situation like at the evacuation centres and what are residents most worried about?
Well, I'm standing here at one of the hubs for first responders, close to where some of the blazes are most pronounced, where they're working most aggressively to try and stem these blazes from spreading further east, especially towards the municipality of Bordeaux that you mentioned. Now, talking of the conditions, it was a difficult night overnight. These wind gusts, incredibly hard for firefighters to get to grips with. Some reports saying that because of the ferocity of the wildfires, even generating its own winds make it very hard. They do, however, say that during the day here, conditions somewhat calmer, a little bit easier to operate, but still very challenging indeed. When it comes to evacuees, well, overnight, roughly 50,000 people across 5 municipalities were evacuated. That brings the total here in the region of Gironde to around 250,000. I've been speaking to some residents at one of the evacuation centres that can house up to 10,000 people, one of the big event spaces in the Bordeaux region. Now, speaking to one family, they said that the parents actually had to move in with their son at the first evacuation that the parents received a few days ago, and then just a day later, it was the son and his region that got evacuated. So the parents actually being evacuated twice. And that is why this family of 3 have had to spend the last couple of days at this evacuation centre. We're hearing stories like this really bountifully due to the scale of those numbers displaced, those unsure about what exactly happens next as these fires continue to spread, what this means for their homes and what will indeed be left to find when they're able to return back to their abodes.
Now, can you give us an idea of the extent of the damage so far? What are rescue teams dealing with on the ground?
Absolutely. Well, according to French officials, there's been roughly 100,000 acres burned this year. Now, this is on tracks for record-setting numbers, and this despite the fact that 3 years ago there was a historic fire in France, and major steps have been taken over the years to try and prevent wildfires like this from spreading and just becoming quite so severe. But the challenges are pronounced. The temperatures this summer have been even more extreme than in recent years. The winter was wetter than in recent years, and they say that these conditions combined have led to these incredibly conducive conditions for these wildfires to spread. So very difficult indeed. We know that the mayor of Bordeaux has announced that there'll be efforts to look into an emergency economic board to see what economic damage will be caused to the region. So there are real lingering concerns about what this fire means for residents in the here and now, but also what it means for the future, with many officials, not just here in France or in Madrid region in Spain that's also suffering from fires, but across Europe, as really member states across the bloc are bracing for hotter temperatures in what is the fastest warming continent anywhere on the world. Paul?
Many thanks for that update, Will. Will Denselow reporting for CNA Live from Bordeaux in France.